Right, the game is kicking off in a minute. Just getting it on, ready. Oh, I keep forgetting the channels. Come on. Right, so the game is about to kick off in a second. Let's stick the headset behind it, and I hope you all enjoy the game. Remember, at halftime there will be a giveaway, so make sure you go on the previous video. I've got a reminder or the giveaway one in the look on my thing, and remember to enjoy the game. It's just kicked off now. I hope you enjoy.
Conditions are perfect, and the test for Arsenal couldn't be greater.
Yeah, good evening everybody. What a fantastic evening atmosphere. Great players on show. How are Arsenal going to stop that front three?
Also looking to play it through towards Olivier Giroud for the first time, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was trying to get there. A fast start for Arsenal could make all the difference. It was Jordi Alba with the first challenge at the back for Barcelona.
Yeah, they need a fast start, Flex. They need to be very aggressive. They need to be tight. It's easier said than done with this Barcelona side, but they have to be aggressive, very much so at home in front of their own crowd.
You would expect they'll have to be patient. They'll certainly have to keep their concentration, and tactically, of course, they have to be spot on. And it goes by Monreal. They may well look to the night against Bayern Munich here early in the competition as a guide, where they soaked up lots of pressure, got the 2-0 win, and of course tactically, Steve, is going to be the key for them, isn't it, tonight? How they can shape up and slow down this team that can pass you today.
Very much so. That block of four, Koscielny, Mertesacker, Ramsey, Coquelin have to be really disciplined, Flex. They have to be very close together. They have to be very tight, because the likes of Messi, Neymar, Suarez will be looking for that little area in between them to try and pick up and get a little bit of space.
Here is Neymar, and the pace of Bellerin got back, and the challenge came in on the Brazilian, which brings Barcelona the free kick. Aaron Ramsey, the Arsenal player, with the foul.
Yeah, Ramsey brings him down. Flex is no doubt about it there. He's quick, Neymar, he's very quick. Ramsey doesn't want to be chasing him. If anything, he has to be left to Bellerin. He's the speedster in the back four.
And it goes from Messi, and it's helped on in there as well by Dani Alves. It seemed effortless, didn't it, from Messi, but it almost got the job done.
Yeah, it was a late decision by the referee's assistant with the offside flag, but you can clearly see we were all offside. Dani Alves gets the flick.
It's one of those nights where ordinarily Arsenal's run of 1 defeat in 11 would look impressive, but Barcelona unbeaten in 32 matches, going all the way back to October the 3rd, when Sevilla beat them. Barcelona without Lionel Messi that night. 26 wins in that run and 98 goals scored. It's the best run that Barcelona have ever had. Here's Messi. Now Suarez. And it goes towards Messi again. Mertesacker, the Arsenal captain, in the way. Of Dani Alves. And Gerard Piqué, the only player in the Barcelona starting lineup who's a booking away from suspension. There are two playing for Arsenal tonight who would miss the return in the new camp in 3 weeks' time if they got a yellow card tonight. Mesut Ozil and Olivier Giroud.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what Arsenal do, Flex. They tried to press there on the Barcelona back four, that Barcelona just played their way out quite comfortably. They're not scared to pass to their own teammates, even if they marked. They've got so much confidence in each other, it's incredible. See, Giroud's gone now. They need to talk. The communication needs to be better for Arsenal. If one goes, the rest have to go. Otherwise, it's a complete waste of time.
There's the veteran Dani Alves. And now Ivan Rakitic, who's played more games than any other Barcelona player in the first team this season. Alves had started to make the run. Conditions couldn't be better tonight. And there's not a breath of wind. A little bit of a chill in the air.
I'm really looking forward to that duel on that right-hand side or the left-hand side if you talk about Arsenal, between Sanchez and Dani Alves, because Dani Alves loves to get forward, and Alexis Sanchez will have to be disciplined at times to go with him. But it's a little bit like who's going to blink first, because Alexis Sanchez wants to go forward just as much.
There's Oxlade-Chamberlain, who we could sense from Arsene Wenger's pre-match interview has been brought in for his work rate as well as his attacking threat tonight. Maybe provides the best blend of those two elements of the game compared to Walcott and Welbeck. Here's Ozil. Ramsey was looking to make the run. Dani Alves was there for Barcelona, and Ter Stegen able to get it away. Sergio Busquets, who was suspended for the La Liga match at the weekend, and then Rakitic has been caught, and there's a yellow card, an early one for Nacho Monreal.
Yeah, and it was a really poor challenge as well. Look where they are positioned on the field, Fletch. It's late, it's not necessarily vicious, but it's just a pointless challenge when you look at the position of the field. Now he's got a nervy 85 plus minutes to last throughout the game.
As Arsene Wenger, his 182nd Champions League game with Arsenal tonight, the 8th time he's faced Barcelona. Of course, he's got the opportunity this season to potentially win the Premier League for the first time in 12 years, and he's talked about discipline an awful lot in the build-up to the match. He said they can't give away stupid fouls and get stupid bookings, which we've just seen from Nacho Monreal. And he says they've got to get the balance right, Steve, between being audacious when they've got the ball and being solid when they haven't. Sounds simple, may well turn out to be anything but against this Barcelona team. Away by Bellerin, with Suarez. Oxlade-Chamberlain was there, now Iniesta was buzzing around. Well, here's Nacho Monreal. Alexis Sanchez. Ramsey's made the run forward. Piqué looking to get back. Here's Ozil. Giroud's available. It's pulled back here to Ramsey. And a block made by Javier Mascherano, but they worked the opportunity there really nicely, Arsenal. Here's Bellerin. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Arsenal playing with confidence. That will give them great heart, Steve, won't it? The move that teed up Aaron Ramsey.
Yeah, it will do. And I can see Arsenal making plenty of chances this evening, because of the makeup of the Barcelona side. They score so many goals is because Dani Alves goes and Jordi Alba goes at the same time, and sometimes they leave the defensive pair isolated. If Arsenal can get good possession and break like they just have done, they'll make plenty more chances in this game.
Monreal too tall for Messi. It's Rakitic, who started the scoring in the Champions League final against Juventus at the end of last season. Messi has taken up this position here, wide on the Barcelona right. Space out wide here for the left back, Jordi Alba, one of the Spanish internationals in the side. Iniesta, who's seen it all before. Steve talks about the number of goals that Barcelona get, 119 in 44 matches so far. And he's had nothing but success, has he, Luis Enrique, since getting the job in the new camp. He scored in both games against Arsenal in this competition back in 1999 when the Gunners were playing their Champions League games at Wembley. Shelly able to beat Neymar to it. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain, and now Coquelin.
Hard ball actually. Messi Ozil was nice and free at 10 yards in front of him.
Well, it's not about numbers on a night like this, Steve, but I think the one that jumps out of the page when you analyse the two sides is that between them, Neymar, Suarez and Messi have got 91 this season, and Arsenal, one of the freest scoring teams in the Premier League, have managed 61 as a squad, which kind of tells you what you're up against on a night like this. Here's Neymar. Sergio Busquets. Dani Alves gets it back from Rakitic. Serrano looking to send it forward towards Messi, who won't quite get there.
That's okay though, Fletcher, don't mind. Might be a Mascherano hitting 50-yard balls, wide left or wide right. Don't mind that at all.
It's the 8th meeting between the teams tonight. Arsenal's only win was here in 2011 in a round of 16 match. Laurent Koscielny, who is starting tonight, and Theo Walcott, who's on the bench. Both played then in a 2-1 win. Here's Ozil, who's swapped sides, having started off on the left. Now Ramsey. Koscielny sends it forward towards Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So asking too much of the England player. Barcelona come here tonight 8 points clear in La Liga, still in the Copa del Rey. They're through to the final already, still on course to retain all the trophies they won in Luis Enrique's first year in charge. They've already won the Super Cup and the Club World Cup this season. They've been as good as ever. Sanchez was caught and he's going to get the free kick. Luis Suarez is also limping too. Been the key man so far, hasn't he, in the Champions League? Alexis Sanchez, the former Barcelona player, of course. 3 seasons at the Nou Camp, and when they've needed something to happen for them in big Champions League games along the road to the last 16, it's tended to be Alexis Sanchez who's been involved. Ozil with the free kick, and Ter Stegen forward to claim it. In the end, with Arsenal's persistence, Steve, forced to send it long towards Neymar.
Yeah, they're pressing really well, Arsenal. It's a good start by them. Is Arsenal trying to zip his coat up? He needs to wear a nice green parka, I think, like Luis Enrique.
Yeah. If he zips it up first time, that bodes well for them the rest of the night, doesn't
that means they're going to win if he zips it up first time.
I can confirm it's not happened first time from our vantage point. Space, and he's got options too, and the deflection on the shot, the corner, and Dani Alves have made a really good run down the right hand side from fullback. Had Rakitic seen it?
He did, Fletcher took the wrong option actually. Rakitic, it's closed down well. Dani Alves told him so.
Still gets up and down the right side at 32, doesn't he, Dani Alves, who signed a new contract before the start of this season. TK's gone forward here for the corner. Goes towards Suarez and away by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Here's Iniesta. His ball in towards Gerard Piqué. Mertesacker away. Now Mascherano. So Iniesta. Probably Xavi and Carlos Puyol have played more games in a Barcelona shirt than Iniesta. It's his 578th game for Barcelona tonight. Neymar's found very little space on the left-hand side so far. Hector Bellerin has been ably supported by Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, which is clearly something that Arsene Wenger didn't want to give away when he spoke to Des Kelly before the game, but that seems to be the role, doesn't it, for Oxlade-Chamberlain to double up on Neymar with Bellerin whenever he can.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. You see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain's position. He's gone inside already to mark Iniesta. As soon as the ball starts to get switched across, he edges back out. You see him here. He's got his eyes on Jordi Alba. He's looking at Neymar, ready to help out. A real important role to play. He just needs to remember to play it for the whole 90 minutes. He cannot afford to slip at all against Barca.
It's Dani Alves. Messi just ahead of him. Here is Messi. Now Suarez. Iniesta. Oxlade-Chamberlain just tucked in. Iniesta carries on running. Bellerin couldn't reach him. And into the safe arms of Petr Cech, who's playing in the Champions League tonight for the 111th time. And it's nights like this, isn't it, Steve, that he was brought in for?
Oh, he's had a wonderful campaign, hasn't he? Absolutely wonderful campaign. Great goalkeeper. See the possession stats there. Barca way on top. As you could probably imagine. Expect Arsenal to creep into the game the more the game goes on. This is the way you want to see Lionel Messi play, isn't it, if you're an Arsenal fan?
Managed to keep two of the key Barcelona players pretty wide so far, haven't they? Messi on the right hand side and Neymar on the left. There's not been much in the way of support for Suarez as yet. They've not been able really to find any kind of fluid rhythm in the opening 16 and a half minutes here. It's Jordi Alba. Mascherano to Rakitic, and Iniesta sent it out into space to Dani Alves. Now Messi. Quickly in on him though was Coquelin, and he'll have to do plenty of that tonight. TK's ball forward. Dani Alves has made another one of those runs. Now here's Suarez, wriggles away from Coquelin but runs into Laurent Koscielny, and it's been a feature of Arsenal's play so far. They're hunting the ball in packs.
Yeah, they're working hard, Arsenal, but Alexis Sanchez switched off there. Flex. Dani Alves ran off the back of him and into a forward area. He's off again, Dani Alves.
Messi started off slightly more centrally this time. Here is Dani Alves out wide. Suarez calling for it, checking the right place once again. You were saying to me before it started tonight, if you can get them wide, Barcelona, and make them cross it, it plays into Arsenal's hands.
Well, you think that Arsenal have got a distinct height advantage, so if anything goes wide, as long as they're nice and compact, they've got numbers back, you would feel that Arsenal could defend anything early. But they do need to be closed down once they get wide. They can't be allowed to come anywhere near the penalty area and cut things back, Fletch. It's fine if they're just getting nice crosses in.
Messi. Iniesta towards Suarez, away by Koscielny. Now Jordi Alba. Neymar. Then we see Oxlade-Chamberlain supporting, but he gets through the gap and he's still going here, Neymar, and he thought he was being pulled back there on the edge of the Arsenal box. There's Dani Alves. Ivan Rakitic. Monreal with some defending to do. They did it well enough. The first time we've seen a little bit of brilliance, though, from one of the big three, it was Neymar.
Yeah, he just does a little roll with his foot, doesn't he, left and right, stands on it there, he gets a little bit lucky. Oxlade-Chamberlain's not strong enough and he's appealing to get pulled back there by Bellerin. Not enough for me, makes a meal of it.
It's a Barcelona free kick for the foul by Bellerin on Neymar. One of the perils, isn't it, of trying to get close to these Barcelona players, that you will give your fair share of free kicks away like that. Sergio Busquets, Iniesta, and Messi. Messi looking to run away here from Aaron Ramsey, who made a good challenge in there for Arsenal. Alves caught by Koscielny. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. We know that Bellerin has plenty of pace if he can start to get forward down the right. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Foot in there from Busquets, who twisted himself awkwardly making the challenge.
Yeah, it's all right, Flex. I think he's just there to see as he fell. He got up fairly quickly.
It's exactly the way that Arsene Wenger would have drawn it up, though, Steve, isn't it? To get to the 20-minute mark without too much pressure on your goal.
Yeah, I think so. I think in an ideal world, Fletcher would have liked them to have been a bit higher up the field, to be honest. They've been pegged back a little bit. 5 or 10 yards further up the field, he would have liked it. But Barcelona haven't really created anything, so he'll be happy with that.
TK sends it forward, slightly off target towards Suarez. Gerard Piqué, who's started and won 3 Champions League finals during his time with Barcelona. Very experienced in Champions League terms. Giroud to Alexis Sanchez, that was near the target. And they've got a man over here, Oxlade-Chamberlain. Ozil supporting as well. Here is Ozil, Giroud calling for it. Bellerin goes for it. Cross here for Giroud. It's a Stegen in the right place for Barcelona, but what an opportunity for Arsenal.
There were 2 great opportunities. Good movement by Arsenal, pulled back by Ozil. Bellerin doesn't hit it with his left foot, and then it falls to Oxlade-Chamberlain. He should score, simple as. Should have put his foot through it and buried it. Great opportunity for Arsenal, lifted the crowd.
Fantastic chances. Given away by Ozil. Here's Iniesta. Good touch by Neymar to Suarez, and then swept towards Messi. Monreal was in there for Arsenal. Alexis Sanchez up against Rakitic. Oxlade-Chamberlain just got there ahead of Jordi Alba. Here's Mesut Ozil. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain swung in here towards Olivier Giroud, who's needing some support in there. Only Gerard Piqué there to pick up the pieces for Barcelona this time.
Yeah, not a bad option though. Giroud was clever. He waited and glued himself onto Dani Alves, and a distinct height advantage for him.
Into it a little bit. It's been ominously quiet inside the stadium so far, almost as though the Arsenal supporters are waiting for something bad to happen.
Well, that's the impression I've got. I've been fairly positive about Arsenal tonight. I really have been speaking to a lot of the crowd, a lot of the fans. You'd have thought you were going to get hammered tonight. Arsenal have always done well against Barcelona. They've always made chances.
Had the double cover on him again there as Oxlade-Chamberlain got his foot in. Jordi Alba. Sergio Busquets. Neymar to Iniesta. Neymar was caught by Coquelin. It's to Suarez, who was able to turn and then trying to feed it through towards Messi. Gives it away to Alexis Sanchez, who combines in a fashion with Ozil. Here come Arsenal. Ozil. Ramsey's made the run. In it goes towards him. And Gerard Piqué steers it behind for the Arsenal corner.
Yeah, well done Arsenal again. Suarez closed down really quickly, and they broke with that man there, Alexis Sanchez. Got a real point to prove in front of Barcelona.
He's a growing influence, isn't he, on the game now, Alexis Sanchez. Mertesacker has gone forward for the corner. Laurent Koscielny's in there as well, and of course the height of Olivier Giroud will be a factor too. It's in towards Giroud, and away by Suarez, who was back there helping out.
Spoiled it though, Fletch. It was wasted. Hit Suarez at the near post. When you've got Rakitic marking Koscielny, that's a mismatch in itself.
He's able to reach that. Mascherano is in the right place. It's Olivier Giroud, and now Ozil, and Arsenal's confidence visibly growing here. Ramsey. Ozil takes over, feeds it to Giroud, and back towards Messi. And the crowd thought that might have been a bad pass there from Gerard Piqué, and the Turkish referee uninterested.
Yeah, they need to get back to Arsenal now.
Here's Messi. They can't leave too many space at the back when they go forward themselves. Alves feeds it through, and the ricochet of Koscielny made it comfortable for Hector Bellerin. Just started to warm up now, isn't it?
It started to stretch out, so if you're in a neutral, you'll really start to enjoy it. The pitch has become long, and that's chaos for the defenders. Sergio Busquets having a free kick at Alexis Sanchez, but he wins the ball. Yes, he takes Alexis Sanchez out, but it's not through his legs, it's round him.
This is where you can't play the ball, but the wall is behind him. You play back, you've got to play the ball. Centre back or not. Got to get back, and Messi can't do that.
Taken a while to warm up, hasn't it? But you just get the feeling, Steve, that it might just start to crackle. 26 and a half minutes gone, 0-0, and the better chances have been created by Arsenal for all of Barcelona's possession so far.
Yeah, and looking down at the two managers, Flex, the most animated has been Luis Enrique, waving his arms about, berating some of his players.
From Alexis Sanchez will be brought back for a free kick to Barcelona. That was a late whistle, wasn't it, from Kunet Chaki and the referee. Alexis Sanchez unhappy.
Well, there's nothing wrong with it, Flex. That's why he has to go and try and challenge the ball. Dani Alves again just made a meal of it. Him and Neymar, whenever they get kicked, they like to jump about in the air, but there, you'd expect your player to go and tackle for the ball, and then he hops around. There's nothing wrong with it. Mascherano, who always has licence to bring it forward from centre-back, and when he does that, Busquets will always just slot in alongside Gerard Piqué. Busquets looking for some width here towards Alba, away by Bellerin, and then Oxlade-Chamberlain back to him, on by Ramsey. Piqué away. Ramsey is putting a real shift in central midfield, both defensively and then trying to get forward when Arsenal have the ball, and have to do that for a long time tonight. Here's Nacho Monreal. Sanchez towards Ramsey, and Piqué across for Barcelona. Sanchez beaten to it by Rakitic, no foul. Now Messi. Coquelin
tracking his every move. Coquelin gets something on the ball. And the referee's pulled it back here for a Barcelona free kick, and it's annoying the Arsenal players and annoying the Arsenal supporters in equal measure.
No, that was a foul. The one on Alexis Sanchez wasn't a foul. The referee made the right decision. He gets pulled back here. I've got no problem with that. That's a foul. Stops him in his plane. It's clear as isn't it? It's clear as your life.
Messi did well to keep the undershirt on when you see it that way. Tried to play the advantage, didn't he, for Barcelona, and then pulled it back.
Yeah, he shouldn't be appearing for yellow cards there, Lionel Messi. He should know better than that. But it was a foul.
Iniesta, Jordi Alba, Mertesacker there for Arsenal, Bellerin as well, away by Hector Bellerin, Ramsey to Oxlade-Chamberlain, on Ozil.
Yeah, he knew Mascherano, he knew he had to bring him down.
So coming up on BT Sport in the Champions League, Dynamo Kiev against Manchester City. That's on BT Sport Europe HD at 7 o'clock tomorrow. And at the same time on BT Sport 2 HD, PSV Eindhoven against Atletico Madrid. Last 16 of the Champions League in full swing here on BT Sport. This one just starting to bubble up nicely. 0-0, just past the half-an-hour mark at the Emirates. Dani Alves galloping forward for the European champions. Here's Messi. On the edge of things so far, but Arsenal have to keep an eye. Here's Neymar. And he goes towards Messi. And he just got there in front of Nacho Monreal, but as good as he is in terms of scoring goals, he's not the strongest in the air. But let's have a look at this one from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain at the other end for Arsenal, Steve.
Yeah, you see, he just needs a little bit of composure. He just tried to dig it out. Gets in a nice position. If he just dinks it over, Ter Stegen anywhere in the air, it's in the back of the net. Just doesn't get through the ball at all, and that's his reaction. You knew. Just mishit it. Will he ever get a better chance?
Scored in the last 16 last season against Monaco, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Really good opportunity for Arsenal there. Ozil has just run that out of play. It's an interesting situation, isn't it, at Barcelona? We see teams in the League Cup over here, and sometimes the FA Cup changing goalkeepers, but Barcelona do it all the time in the Champions League. Claudio Bravo was on the bench tonight, who's the number one at Barcelona, who's never played a European match for them. It's Marc-Andre Ter Stegen every time they've got a Champions League game.
Yeah, it's incredible, Fletcher. I mean, it helps when the three up front scored 1,000 trillion goals between them, like, doesn't it? It doesn't really matter who's in goal. I think Manana could have played in goal for Barcelona the way they are. But yeah, they consider it as normal in Barca.
Gets his way through there somehow. There's Mascherano. Alba. Neymar. For once there's no Oxlade-Chamberlain alongside Bellerin because of the run of Jordi Alba. Now Busquets. Neymar. Suarez. Neymar through to Suarez. Mertesacker there, still Luis Suarez. And a check across. And a goal kick for Arsenal, despite his protestations.
Yeah, nice movement from Barcelona, real quick play, but Arsenal had a lot of numbers back there, which was nice to see. First Mertesacker gets a bit, then Monreal. Cleans up by Petr Cech. He does Petr Cech at the last touch. Yes, he does. Should have been a corner.
All the way.
Ramsey finds himself with nowhere to go but backwards. Busquets slides in to regain it for Barcelona. Arsenal trying to avoid going out at the last 16 again. They've gone out at this stage for 5 years in a row. Monaco did the damage last year. The home form's cost them. Now, they've lost the home leg 3 times in the last 5 years in the last 16, and they'll be acutely aware that they don't want to go to the new camp in 3 weeks' time with a deficit to make up.
Bayern Munich, Barcelona at the time. Bayern Munich, Barcelona, because you only been second in the group as well.
Quickly done by Iniesta. Suarez buys himself a bit of time. Here's Rakitic. Now Messi. Still Messi. Down he goes. Free kick. In a very, very awkward position here for Arsenal. Koscielny, the offender.
Yeah, he nutmegs Koscielny, but in Koscielny's defence, where can he go? Probably that arm. Yeah, there's not much place he can go, actually. It was a lovely play by Messi. But they'll certainly feel hard done by Arsenal.
This could take a bit of sorting out. They'll all fancy this.
I think there's only one person who's going to hit this, Fletch.
He's got to make sure he's got the wall in just the right spot.
Yeah, it's a hard one for Petr Cech, isn't it? Very, very central. He has to choose the sides where he builds his wall against. He's choosing the right.
Neymar's right foot, Messi's left. Cech, not sure which way it's going to come from. It's Messi, he went for the low one. So the Elba manages to whip it in, away by Ramsey for Arsenal, and then away by Coquelin. So Chamberlain's now got some momentum. Arsenal on a 3-on-3 here. And they've got players breaking forward. Chamberlain took far too long, and Mascherano got across. Both of them stayed down after the challenge, but had he got his head up there, Steve, Olivier Giroud, Mesut Ozil was screaming for the ball.
Yeah, he had the right idea, to be honest, Oxlade-Chamberlain, because Sergio Busquets was never catching him, but he just had one touch too many. It was a big touch that allowed Mascherano to come across. He did really well, actually, Mascherano. See, it was a nice quick break. Oxlade-Chamberlain's away from Busquets, but that touch there, you see Mascherano is half and half, which is real good defensive work. And there's a big touch by Oxlade-Chamberlain, allowed him to go across, clears his lines very well. It's just the coming together. Oh, looks a painful one from Oxlade-Chamberlain. Hopefully he'll be alright. He's getting a bit of treatment on the pitch. It's a painful one, but hopefully he'll be able to shake it off. Mascherano seems fine, standing up on the touchline.
Yeah, he's back on his feet. There's still some work being done on Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. So let's let you know what's coming up in the Europa League this week. On Thursday night, Liverpool against Augsburg, BT Sport Europe HD, 5:30 on Thursday. And then from 7:30 on the same channel, Manchester United against Midtjylland United, 2-1 down from the first leg. And at the same time on ESPN HD, Tottenham against Fiorentina, that's 1-1 on the first leg in Italy. And Tottenham against Arsenal coming up in the Premier League, one of the most important North London derbies for quite some time. That's on Saturday the 5th of March at midday start on BT Sport 1 HD.
Well, Oxlade-Chamberlain's entered the fray, but he's struggling, he really is. He's going to find that hard to shake that off, unfortunately for him.
It's Dani Alves. Now Lionel Messi. Just waiting, aren't you, for Messi or Neymar or Suarez to burst into life? The Arsenal players so far have kept them very much in check, and they've got lots of bodies around the ball when they've been in possession. Just like that with Ramsey getting the challenge on Iniesta. Here's Alves. Arsenal with plenty back defensively, and the Alves cross too high for Neymar and Suarez, who were waiting. Here is Neymar. Suarez to Iniesta. Suarez went wide to Saka's challenge, and he stayed down as well. Busquets to Messi.
Yeah, the referee missed it if he did kick him. It was very close to the penalty area. He's holding his leg as if he did, but They've been far too theatrical, Barcelona, early today. Every kick they've made it look as if they've been beaten up.
Alves with the ball in, it's a deep one towards Suarez, who's back up on his feet. Bellerin got it away. Alba to Iniesta. Giroud was back there just having a nibble at Iniesta, then gets it back from Jordi Alba. Oxlade-Chamberlain comes out defensively.
Yeah, he's struggling, Oxlade-Chamberlain. They have to be careful, Arsenal, this side.
Dani Alves, Messi. Messi lifts it straight into the face of Aaron Ramsey, and then Giroud. Giroud has it taken off him by Neymar, but he's going to get the free kick.
Yeah, I thought he was fortunate there as well. He took a big chance, Olivier Giroud, because Hector Bellerin went flying past him.
Still looking to get Alexis Sanchez in. Rakitic across there. He's got such wonderful balance, though, hasn't he, the Chilean? Goal kick is the decision from the referee, who covered a lot of ground to be right behind that challenge when it was made by Dani Alves.
Yeah, he's not taking any messing around, the referee. It has to be a foul, doesn't it, for him to give a free kick. He's not falling for anything tonight.
We look at this Barcelona team, Steve, and talk about the strength it has and all the goals they score, etc. But this is a significant step up in terms of the teams they've been playing in Spain recently.
Of course it is.
You know, all the sides they've beaten recently have been in the bottom half of La Liga. It's probably the biggest game they've had since they played Atletico Madrid at the end of January, which we sometimes forget that, don't we, when you look at the fixture list they sometimes face in Spain.
Very much so.
There's Neymar looking to accelerate. Fantastic feat. Now Rakitic opening up here for Barcelona. Messi. And Ramsey in with a really important challenge. They'll get the corner, Barcelona, but Ramsey's tackle prevented it being any more severe.
Yeah, Rakitic made the wrong decision again. He's come back inside to where all the Arsenal bodies were. Instead of letting it run across him and hit it with his right foot.
Messi. On Neymar. Sanchez back there for Arsenal. Monreal's there too. And again we see a cross from Barcelona find the safe gloves with Petr Cech.
Possession stats have lengthened a little bit. It's Barcelona at 72%, but it doesn't affect the game at all, does it?
11% possession.
Arsenal still had the better chances. That Oxlade-Chamberlain chances to stand out one in the first half, really.
So actually in possession, but when you do expect
Bellerin quickly there for Arsenal. Decision, but I think that was the right decision, wasn't it, from the officials? The last touch was certainly off the Arsenal player. Here's Alba. Neymar. And Arsenal looking to get through to half-time without Petr Cech making a save. The opportunity there, Steve, didn't they, to get Oxlade-Chamberlain away down the right-hand side again. Giroud just slightly overhitting the pass.
Yeah, Oxlade-Chamberlain was moving better, which is great to see. Saying nice, struggling now. He's holding his calf.
It's going to be a big half-time, isn't it, for Oxlade-Chamberlain, to see whether they can patch him up significantly. Danny Welbeck and Theo Walcott and Joel Campbell could all replace him from the Arsenal bench.
Oh, you wouldn't want to come off in a game like this, would you?
It's Messi. I think Rakitic, if anything, made up the assistant's mind there, didn't he? Here's Albert. And now Neymar. Neymar looking to move away from Bellerin, who's extremely quick. Now Iniesta. Messi. Good tackle on Messi by Ozil, who knows all about playing against Barcelona from his time at Real Madrid. done that really well though, Steve, haven't they, in the first half? When they've needed to make a tackle and get someone around the ball to slow Barcelona down, they've been able to do it.
Yes, they have. Arsene Wenger, if they can get through to half-time, will be very, very pleased with the side's first 45 minutes.
To Rakitic, and then up towards Neymar. Mertesacker was there for Arsenal. Ramsey gives it away this time. Alba to Suarez, who lets it run to Neymar, and then Messi, and then Suarez, and teed up towards Messi and away by Monreal, who'd moved in from the left-back position to make a really important challenge for Arsenal. Right,
they very nearly blew it, Fletch. 1 minute before half-time, the play between Bellerin giving it to Ramsey, who gave it away, looking for Oxlade-Chamberlain, and then through. A mistake by Arsenal.
Minute added on. Alba's ball in, glanced away by Coquelin. Busquets then has it taken off him by Alexis Sanchez, but Barcelona get it back again with Mascherano. It's the first time that last move, isn't it, where the main three for Barcelona have found some space around the Arsenal penalty area. It's Messi. Monreal's got to stick to him here. And Luis Suarez. Jordi Alba's got up from left back, and it was just taken off him there by Oxlade-Chamberlain. Really important touch.
Yeah, well done, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Really alert for that.
Sergio Busquets. Dani Alves is the target here. Good ball by Busquets, and in! Oh, what an opportunity for Suarez. Fantastic move there by Barcelona.
Yeah, when you praise Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain this side, Alexis Sanchez falls asleep that side. Fletch, it's been warned a number of times. Lovely ball by Busquets. Suarez should have scored. He scored 41 this year. That should have been his 42nd. Wasn't too high.
Almost a dagger through the heart on the stroke of half-time for Arsenal, but they've got through to the break after that miss by Suarez. And a first half that will satisfy Arsene Wenger. They got their tactics just right. The big three kept relatively quiet, and Arsenal did have chances. Half-time, Arsenal 0, Barcelona 0.
Well, it's livened up the last few minutes just before half-time. Prior to that, it would have been a little bit cagey, hadn't it? We'll take a little break. After it, we'll hear from Rio Ferdinand, Ronald Koeman and Ian Wright. So far, it's been frustrating all round for both sides. Join us after the break.
My remote's dead, isn't it?
Everyone's got an Experian credit score, but if you don't look after it, then it can't look after you. We've helped over 7 million people nurture their score, and we can show you how to improve and nurture yours. To help you get a better rate on loans, credit cards, or even a mortgage. Sign up today at Experian.co.uk. Experian, make it count. They say you're finished.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
Spectre, own it now.
I'm wide awake for my busy day ahead. After a great night's sleep in a comfy king-size bed.
Their city hotels are in the best locations. The short hop to my meeting is revelation.
Great rooms,
Big beds,
locations,
this place has it all.
and for such amazing value,
That's Travelogical.
rooms from £29. Book early, Travelodge.uk.
Nissan's award-winning crossovers with all-mode technologies. Now with 0% APR representative. X-Trail, Qashqai, Juke. Your story starts here.
Walkers, now proud sponsors of the UEFA Champions League. Grab a pack and win prizes every hour. Okay, Nobby, seduce the ages in the green dress. You can't miss her. She's gorgeous.
She is gorgeous.
Room clean?
Bottom.
This program is brought to you by Gazprom, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Welcome back to our Champions League coverage here on BT Sport alongside Rio Ferdinand and Ian Wright. Ronald Koeman. Ronald, what did you make of that first half? It's interesting tactically, wasn't it?
Yes, very interesting, but impressive Arsenal in the first half. Very good, strong start in the game. Good chance, and what I like of Arsenal today is when they can do high pressing, they do high pressing. If not, they are back. In this clip, you see it's a little bit more defensively in a 4-4-2 system, but aggressive pressing on the ball, and that makes it very difficult for Barcelona.
A lot of the time in the Premier League, you don't see this from Arsenal. They're normally the ones with the ball, but it's great to see that they can do this, and it's for the future as well. Not only for the future, but for the rest of this tie over the first and second leg.
Seen
They
it
can continue doing
against
this.
Manchester City, we saw it, didn't we?
Yeah,
This kind of
but the problem is you feel you're doing well defensively, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, bang, they can produce a moment. A little lapse in concentration anywhere on the pitch, like here, Sanchez switches off for 1 minute, Suarez should make this 1-0.
I think that it just shows in the two instances how quickly they can go from actually quite mediocre to easily could have gone 2-0 up.
They kind of lull you in, I think. They lull you into a false sense of security to think you're doing well, and then all of a sudden...
They explode, don't they? Arsenal, though, have had their opportunities, Ian.
Yeah, they have, and I think these are the opportunities. You see Ramsey makes a great run forward. Sanchez eventually finds him, but the thing with Arsenal is they've really got to take advantage of these opportunities, because they're not going to get too many. I think that we're going to see soon. I think Sanchez has done pretty well. He's been quite tightly marked, and he's done very, very well taking them on. But this chance from Oxlade-Chamberlain, you could see that he gets a little bit stuck under his feet, but I think he's thinking, oh my God, Barcelona, I'm going to score. And if you watch, he miskicks it. And that's something, you've just got to lift that over into the right-hand side of the net. But great chances.
But there is a threat there, isn't there, Ronald?
There are possibilities, but I agree with Ian. You get one or two like this, and then you need to score. You have to take it. Also, this one, it's an early cross.
The awareness, that's the... I know he's blaming his youth, but you've got to see that, get your head up and play them balls, because as you say, them opportunities don't come around too often in these big games.
Yes, exactly. Far and few between.
Okay, well, I'll tell you one thing, it's all to play for. When we come back, we'll have that second half for you. It's 0-0.
This programme is brought to you by Nissan, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
From the author of Gone Girl, Dark Places is a gripping, twisted thriller.
You lie, I lie.
Everybody's a liar. Dark Places on DVD now.
Mercedes-Benz C-Class from £329 per month.
This time it's not about guns, it's about guns. Far Cry Primal, out now at Game.
My daddy sold our car with a thing called WeBuyAnyCar.com. Daddy says it was brilliant because we gave him cash. Then he went to a big car shop and got lots and lots of money off the next car. Anyway, that's the war in it. Good biz, he bought me a BMX.
Enter your reg number now at WeBuyAnyCar.com.
Nothing here to see, just a kid like me, trying to cuss and see, trying to figure it out. Nothing better to do than suck on you. I'm still in here trying to figure it out. I let it go, 'cause I won't see you later on, now I gotta talk it out. I said I'd go, I said I was so, but I'm still trying to figure it out. I brought my suit, take a bet on you, but you did not plan it out. I said I'd go, yeah, I wanna see you later on, now I gotta figure it out.
Now there's even more to play for with Betfair Cash Out. It's the easy way to take control of your live bets minute by minute. Look for the cash out symbol when your bet is in play. And when the moment is right for you, just tap the cash out button, tap to confirm, then boom, you can take your profits. Betfair Cash Out.
Just call me the Oracle.
Tap, tap, boom.
There is a rhythm that beats inside all of us, and it whispers, be bold, be an artist, a titan of business. It says, make music, inspire, be a hero. We all have greatness in us, and with the right tools, there are no limits to where your rhythm will take you. Introducing Surface Book by Microsoft.
Dizemos não ao racismo.
Nein
zum Rassismus.
Nee till rasism.
No al racismo. No to racism.
This programme is brought to you by Gazprom, UEFA Champions League sponsor.
Spectacular scenes outside Arsenal Stadium, and we've got a special Europa League edition of the Goal Show with James Richardson. All the goals as they go in on BT Sport 1 from 5:45 on Thursday evening, right through until 10:30. And a reminder that Juventus against Bayern Munich is live now on BT Sport 2. We'll have the best of the action, though, from that one later in the show before we finish at 10:30 tonight. So Barcelona came very much into the game in those the sort of last few minutes before half-time. Do you expect them, as Arsenal, perhaps tired, to gain more and more possession and more and more?
Yeah, I think that's the only worrying point, I think, from Arsenal's point of view. I think they've defended very well in the main, good shape, been hard to get through, but as you start to tire in these games, because the other team having all that possession tire you out, and then obviously the quality then comes into question. The quality of the passing, the quality of the movement from Barcelona then becomes harder to mark and harder to deal with. So I hope they can get through this last half, because it will really tee up for the next leg.
It's a difficult one, I suppose, as a manager of the home team under these circumstances against a very good side, is how much to push for the victory, but how much to avoid the away goal, Ron.
Yeah, that's the problem. You try to continue what you did in the first half, but you know you can't do any mistake, because they will punish you in the second half.
Yeah, but the worrying thing is Arsenal, it's not a game they're used to. 72% possession to Barcelona, so the players are going to have to be very disciplined in trying to maintain that kind of intensity and closing it down.
But he doesn't like the away goal, does he, Arsene Wenger? He might quite like it if they don't concede one today.
Exactly.
There they are, Suarez, Messi. Where's Neymar? He's normally very close.
They've done well with Messi in the first half. Yeah. They've not allowed him to turn as much. When he has, they've kind of got a couple of men on him. But this guy, he showed a couple of glimpses that he can beat anyone on the planet, this guy, when he wants to.
OK, I'm sure it will liven up. It started to just before half-time. Let's rejoin our commentators, Steve McManaman and Darren Fletcher.
Thanks, Gary. And we were looking at the work rate of the respective players at half-time, and we mentioned that Aaron Ramsey was putting a real shift in, both defensively and trying to get forward when he could as well. 6.3 kilometres, Steve, he ran in the first half, which is quite a period of work, isn't it, in the first 45 minutes?
Yeah, he's ran the most, and after the two goalkeepers, the one who's run the least is Lionel Messi. As you can probably imagine, he's the best on the planet. He doesn't need to move.
Only runs when he has to. Barcelona have only lost 3 times in all competitions this season, and all 3 have been away. Athletic Bilbao in the Super Cup, which was really early in the season, and league matches against Celta Vigo and Sevilla. So they won the World Club Cup this season too. They won that without conceding a goal. And it's a really different mindset for Arsenal tonight, dealing with a side that dominates possession, something that they do so well themselves in the Premier League. But their tactics in the first half were pretty much spot on, and had Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain taken the opportunity that the lads were talking about at half-time, then it would have represented a very, very good first 45 minutes for Arsenal. But they've got to keep the concentration, they've got to keep working, and they will expect some big moments from Barcelona in the second half. Here's Messi on the ball for the first time since the restart. Barcelona in all blue tonight. Here's Iniesta, and then straight at Laurent Koscielny. Mascherano plays it forward. Nacho Monreal there this time. It's Dani Alves, who's excellent cross right on the stroke of half-time. Probably should have been converted by Luis Suarez, who's been in such good form recently. 15 goals in his last 9 matches, and 41 on the season, which makes him Barcelona's top scorer. Here's Neymar. He's looking to play through towards Iniesta. It's been a frequent thing for them tonight, Steve, hasn't it? Just not quite got it right in the final third, despite all of the possession that they've had.
Yeah, and that's because Arsenal have done so well defensively. There's always been a lot of numbers back there, always trying to close them down, always trying to hurry them with the ball. It's made Barcelona make mistakes. But you can guarantee that Dani Alves will be wanting to get forward again in the second half. Said it in the first half, Fletch. Alexis Sanchez has to be disciplined. I know he loves to go forward and he wants to counter-attack, but he has to be very, very wary
Theo Walcott is stripped and ready. And we think it's going to be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain who's given it a go at the start of this second half. He was stretching his calf when the teams came back out, and it looks as though he's going to be unable to carry on. Neymar, Alba, in it goes towards Messi, away by Nacho Monreal. Neymar was then looking to lay it off towards Iniesta, only found Ozil, and now Bellerin can come charging forward down the Arsenal right. The initial run was promising, the ball forwards towards Ozil lacked the quality.
Yeah, that little bit of decision-making flex, that was a nice position for them actually. As Theo gets ready to come on, it will be Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, unfortunately, for him.
Here's Neymar, Barcelona in behind them, Neymar first save for Czech. And he did it well. It's the first time they've got one of them in behind the Arsenal defence, and Neymar, you would have expected him to finish it.
Yeah, and if he didn't finish it, Messi looked at him. Messi was in a perfect position to tap it into an empty net, and normally they lay on a play for each other. He didn't then. Messi glared at him when Petr Cech made the save. But they got in on that right side. The sooner they make the substitution flex, the better. Oxlade-Chamberlain can hardly move over there now. Seeing the top of the screen there, hobbling around.
It's hard enough trying to defend with 10 outfield players. It's very, very difficult when you've only got 9 who are mobile. Here's Dani Alves. Giroud got back there to make the tackle, and that at least will give Arsenal a chance to make the change.
Yeah, it's a lovely movement by Barcelona. You see Andres Iniesta put him in, Neymar in. You see Messi's running inside. Will he stick it across him? No. He's a centre forward. You expect him to take that chance on. Messi was not happy, but he should have scored. Neymar, he scored from lots of positions like that this year. Normally just bends it round the goalkeeper. He was trying to do him in the near post this time with his eyes. Tried to flick it round, doing a little bit too clever. As we see Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain leave the field.
Well, it changes things a little bit, doesn't it, for Arsenal, because they've certainly got a greater threat going forward on the pitch now in Theo Walcott, a player more likely to score a goal, but it's whether he can be as disciplined defensively as Oxlade-Chamberlain was, particularly helping out Bellerin against Neymar.
Well, a simple answer. He's going to have to be. We know he wants to go forward, we know he's an attacking player, we know he's played centre forward many times, but he's going to have to fill a role today.
That's the right change, boy.
He has to be very disciplined and has to be very clever. Take his opportunities whenever he can to go forward.
It's Suarez, Mertesacker with a foot in for Arsenal. Czech has kept 16 clean sheets in the 33 matches that he's played for Arsenal so far. And it could be really significant for them going to the new camp in 3 weeks if he could do that tonight, keep a clean sheet. The first real save that he's had to make, there was the opportunity though for Suarez at the end of the half. Koscielny read Suarez's intentions there. Alexis Sanchez up to Walcott, who wins his first header. Giroud was then caught out by Neymar. Here's Messi. Now Iniesta, nothing to his left. Messi. Dani Alves is forward from right back, as he always seems to be. Defended there by Coquelin, and then in by Rakitic towards Neymar. Here's Suarez. Bellerin over there, so is Walcott. Iniesta floats one in towards Dani Alves, away by Nacho Monreal.
Not there, Alexis.
Alexis
Not
Sanchez,
that
which gives it back to Barcelona again. Iniesta has the shot himself, and Laurent Koscielny with his body in the way, and then Czech clears his lines.
Slightly on us now in this second half. Been all Barcelona again, but they look a little bit more dangerous.
There's Neymar. Roll under the foot. Mertesacker's challenge on Suarez.
Right, go around him, Nacho. Go round him.
There's Alexis Sanchez, who had 1 or 2 bright moments in the first half.
Come inside, you're too tight, you're too tight. Foul again.
Free kick of it for the foul by Dani Alves. if there are any contentious decisions during the course of the second half, Howard Webb is with us to take a look at them. That one was relatively straightforward though, Steve.
Yeah, it was only a little hand, to be honest. I mentioned in the first half on Neymar and Dani Alves making a meal of it. Alexis Sanchez made a meal of it there as well, Fletch. Just making sure that the referee knew he got a fingernail in his face.
No.
Coquelin's ball out towards Walcott.
It's unnecessary.
Casually done by Piqué. A situation that would face some teams, but not this one.
They got out far too easily, to be very honest. Olivier Giroud gambled.
Now they're flowing through Dani Alves with options. One of them Neymar. Suarez waiting. Messi on his way in. Neymar gets the ricochet. Bellerin with a good challenge though for Arsenal. Here's Walcott. And the workaholic in midfield, Ramsey.
Come on, it's pretty simple passes. I love to keep the ball as it is.
Here's Dani Alves, the right back, who's now popped up as a central midfield player in the latest Barcelona move. Neymar to Messi, with Koscielny all over him. Now Dani Alves in more familiar surroundings to Messi, Neymar, Rakitic.
It's a nice block though for Arsenal. Yesterday at home, Barcelona have to break them all down to get a goal.
And it goes from Iniesta towards Neymar, who maybe could have gone the other way. He's trying to find Luis Suarez, but had he turned the other way, he would have found himself one-on-one with Petr Cech.
Very strange, actually, wasn't it? Very strange decision that a player like him wasn't aware that he was free.
Sanchez runs into Alves. Messi, bit of space for him now. Mertesacker backs off. Messi takes it through. Here's Neymar, back towards Messi. Really important defending by Mertesacker. The long legs came in handy there.
That was a huge chance. That was a poor ball by Neymar, actually. They just look a little bit crooked out there around the penalty box in the second half. Well, Jordi Alba went down off the ball following the challenge by Giroud. And he just leant his head in there towards Arsenal's French striker, which was spotted by the official who was on his way across. It's an interesting decision here for Mr. Jack here. Yeah, but again, Jordi Alba, 1 minute he's injured, next minute he's jumped up as quick as you like and put his face in Giroud's. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh my God.
Yes, look, it's as if someone sniped him from the ground. Then he gets up, and then he puts his head towards him.
He's gone down.
Oh, what he's playing at.
Oh, right. Giroud should have gone down, get the front centre off.
He can't do things like that. He cannot do things like that. He's a lucky boy.
Ball up towards Suarez, who got two Arsenal players there with him. Howard Webb's had a look at that, Steve, and he agrees with the referee that nothing doing. I suppose it's a testament, really, isn't it, to Arsenal's resilience in the Champions League that they've got this far, bearing in mind they lost 3 of their first matches in the group. It's always the problem, isn't it, by finishing second in the section that you get a game like this in the last 16, but I suppose they would have taken that from where they were. They looked as though they were going to head out at one stage. And they managed to get themselves through. Because obviously we talk about the big 3 and the 91 goals they've got this season, but after that there's only Rakitic who's anywhere near double figures, and you can't step out the 3 of them, which is rather easy. There's not too many goals in the rest of the Barcelona team, in actual fact.
Without a shadow of a doubt. And across the big teams across Europe, there's always 3 main goal scorers, isn't there? If you look at, especially in the amount of
games they play, whether you're looking at Bayern, whether you're looking at Real Madrid, of course. But Barcelona do stand out as they score so many goals. I think that's the big discrepancy.
Mertesacker just got there. He just hesitated momentarily, which might have given it to Iniesta. Alba's header away. Ramsey in on Neymar. There's Coquelin, only to PK.
Oh, keep it. The panicking on the ball.
I like this by Arsenal, though.
No, no! That's terrible.
Against Coquelin, right in front of Arsene Wenger, who's unhappy with the decision.
Oh, but you can see why Fletch can't. Every decision they've had, Barcelona, they've been throwing themselves around. Once it falls like that, Coquelin has to go for that.
Oh no, ref's having a stinker.
Dani Alves turns. That's fine. That is fine. And Dani Alves, look at his reaction. Coquelin's up, wants to get the ball. Dani Alves is the one turning round, feigning injury. There's nothing wrong with it. That's what you want Arsenal to do. Keep doing that. They're worried, Barcelona, because they keep moaning all the time.
Arsenal haven't allowed them to find any kind of sustained
Send Theo.
They've allowed them to play quickly. Here's Alexis Sanchez. Nacho Monreal's forward here from left back.
Come on. He needs
What it would do for
more
Arsenal
support.
if they could
Can't do
take
it
a
on his own.
Here's Coquelin.
Yeah.
Ozil for Arsenal towards Giroud. Mascherano got there for Barcelona. Giroud's been such a big figure for them in the Champions League this season.
He did really well, Mascherano. Because if Giroud was missing it, Adam Ramsey was tapping it in.
Monreal's ball into Giroud again.
Oh, what a save.
To make a brilliant save. Now Barcelona's turn. Neymar. Suarez. Temperature just gone up a notch or two. Iniesta. Back towards Suarez. And checked really well.
Yeah, lovely ball again. Giroud, really nice header over Javier Mascherano. Good save by Ter Stegen. Hasn't been involved much today.
Yeah. Get that in, Alexis. Direct. That's it.
Here's Sanchez on the move for Arsenal. Needed a better ball, didn't it, to Theo Walcott? Talked about the intriguing tactical battle and what Arsene Wenger would do tonight, but in actual fact it's been a mixture of many things, hasn't it? They've sat in when they've had to do, and they've pressed high up the pitch at other times of the game. They've not relied on one method to try and disrupt Barcelona.
What they have done, though, they've worked really, really hard, haven't they? They've worked immensely hard tonight.
And they've kept this man quiet so far, Lionel Messi. It's Iniesta. Neymar out to Alba, and then back towards Neymar. Here's Suarez. Coquelin did enough. Now Messi up against Monreal. And Messi with a twinkling feet. Monreal with a determined defending. Barcelona corner.
Yeah, again, really good defending by Monreal. He's had an excellent season for Arsenal. Stays on his feet. Got good mobility.
Iniesta. Away from Ozil. In towards Messi. Messi trying to pull it back, and it was Laurent Koscielny back there. Giroud was in there too, and Giroud got the block on it. Barcelona get another corner. Just that little drop of the shoulder, wasn't it, to freeze the defenders from Messi?
Yeah, Iniesta went past Ozil too easy.
So many bodies back there. That has been a feature of Arsenal's defensive play so far tonight. Here's Iniesta. Now Dani Alves in that central midfield role again. Well, you don't see many right backs roam around like he does. Here he is again. Messi. Walcott with the job of slowing him down this time. It goes towards Luis Suarez and thumped away by Mertesacker. Mascherano was up quickly. Giroud's ball forward, only Ozil up there for Arsenal.
Still got a really nice shake though, Arsenal. Ledge. See that big picture there. Arsenal will have to do it the hard way if they want to break them down. Very solid, Arsenal.
One aside the corner too. Wonderful balance about him.
Yeah, he's been the most dangerous tonight out of the three. You have to give Hector Bellerin his credit as well. He's had a really good night. Hard work for him over there, but he stuck to his task.
Gerard Piqué arrives in the Arsenal box. Sergio Busquets is in there too. Here's Iniesta. Neymar towards Messi. Those two not on the same wavelength this time. Dani Alves steps in ahead of Mesut Ozil.
You see though, Fletch, every corner is a short corner, isn't it? They don't want to knock the ball into the box.
Ramsey just crowded out there by Rakitic and Mascherano. There's Suarez. Lauren Koscielny in there for Arsenal. Piqué. He's pulled Alexis Sanchez. Two former teammates colliding there.
I don't really know why they got him in the first place now. Piqué, when they got him from United at that time, I thought he was just Man United originally got him from Barca.
See what Ozil can conjure up from the Arsenal free kick. It's in towards Giroud. Mertesacker's in there as well. It's not cleared away yet. Ramsey battling for it. Koscielny too. And Alexis Sanchez. Iniesta, I think it was in there. And then Ramsey's follow-up lacked the accuracy, but it was an important block if he knew much about it from Iniesta.
Yeah, it wasn't just also Alexis Sanchez here who snapped shots. It's a good block by Iniesta, wasn't it? Really important. And that just come from a simple free kick. Arsenal will cause chaos at set pieces because of the size difference between the players.
There's Alves. This is out Neymar and finds Alba. And then Messi. Messi's touch, Messi's shot. Really important defending again from Arsenal. Now Suarez. And Monreal's there, he's looking to squeeze it through. It was Neymar at the far post, and that was inches away.
Yeah, great block by Per Mertesacker. Messi does Coquelin really easy, lovely little dummy. But look how quick Mertesacker's out, block, throwing himself in front of it. Really important block. This was nice by Luis Suarez, but no one was at the far post for the tap in. That little dummy there causes Neymar to stop. Ergo is not on the end of it.
He's disappointed that he bought the dummy from his own teammate, Neymar. Balanced on a knife edge here at the Emirates. 0-0. Bellerin gives chase. Alba across for Barcelona. Here's Ozil. Hector Bellerin. Barcelona get bodies around the ball.
Don't dive in.
Away from the challenge of Coquelin, and then Busquets to Messi. Dani Alves is galloping forward in support. Alexis Sanchez did well, and he's going to get the free kick as well.
Yeah, well done Alexis Sanchez. Not necessarily for the foul, but just for his defensive work. Messi has one thing in his mind, to get across Alexis Sanchez.
You see here, left foot right across him, but he's strong. He wins the challenge, gets the foul there. Well done, Alexis Sanchez. TK there. Barcelona still dominating the possession, already past 500 passes on the night. Key statistic though for Arsenal is the nil next to Barcelona on the scoreboard. Giroud, here is Giroud. TK didn't play.
What are you fucking doing?
I'm not sure what he was looking for, probably Theo Walcott, but all the action was the other way.
Why is he looking for a pass?
Strange decision from the centre forwards.
Why is Giroud looking for a pass when he's fucking in penalty area? Dickhead. Fucking whack the thing.
The centre forward should have one thing in his mind there, Fletch. Is to get it out and smash it at the goal. Well, he's gone 7 games without a goal, Olivier Giroud, but he's been the man for the goals in the Champions League for them this season. Here's Walcott, and now Coquelin. Giroud waiting for it. They're all in there. It's away by Dani Alves, and they've got 3 waiting for the delivery. Now Messi coming the other way. Koscielny, determined at goal, it becomes the for Arsenal.
Look at Theo!
Ozil gliding forward, Jordi Alba with a foul, free kick to Arsenal. Two really good situations there for Arsenal, Steve, in quick situations. And this is another really good situation. We've seen Ozil's delivery before. Players piling into the box if he's got the right quality. Barcelona are very, very high up. Fletch, as you can see, very flat line they have.
Why are they so high up?
Russell's free kick. Mertesacker's in there, so is Koscielny. It's the head of PK that clears.
That in, hasn't he?
It was actually a poor ball. It's a poor ball by Ozil. He hasn't tried to bend it in at all. He's just hit it really, really flat, come across the ball. Ozil almost gone on the end of that. TK did just enough. Arsenal are going to make another change, and they're going to take off Olivier Giroud. And Danny Welbeck, who got the winner recently here against Leicester, is going to be coming on. Here's Walcott, who can have a run at Barcelona for the first time since coming on. To Giroud. Ozil waits for the cross. So does Alexis Sanchez. And Mascherano deals with it, but then Iniesta gives it away.
Support him.
Giroud. Now Bellerin. Ozil. Ramsey.
Help him. At the box.
Hector Bellerin.
At the box.
Jordi Alba out there for Barcelona. Here's Coquelin.
He's gone there. He's going to go backwards. Don't you dare!
He's gone backwards. Good ball by Ramsey. Bellerin. Giroud on the move in the middle. He's the target. PK the defender. And then further cleared by Iniesta. Neymar to Suarez. And they've got runners here. One of them's Neymar, and they've got Messi forward too. Neymar in for Barcelona to Lionel Messi. Down goes Czech. Messi scores, and that's how quickly they could do it. The big 3 combine, and Barcelona lead. From absolutely nothing. Clearly from PK. How quick was this? Neymar to Suarez, nobody picking. Neymar back up. And he makes the right decision. Monreal lets him take it onto his left foot. Has to go eventually. Talk about Oxlade-Chamberlain having the composure to flick it over the goalkeeper in the first half. The best player in the world does. Let's Czech go to ground. Can't do much, Czech. He has to get across. That one touch does him. That's how you finish it off. Luis Enrique can celebrate the 28th goal of the season for Lionel Messi, and the 81st goal that he scored in the Champions League, which moves him nearer towards Ronaldo, the all-time top scorer, on 89.
Yeah,
And they've been so solid, they've been so disciplined, and they've been hit by the sucker punch that Barcelona do so often.
Oh, how on earth did that happen?
They made the change as well, Arsenal, during the Barcelona celebration. So Olivier Giroud has gone off and Danny Welbeck has come on. It was a change that Arsene Wenger was going to make before the goal, and he decided to stick with it despite his side being 1-0 down.
Oh, he'll be so frustrated, Arsene Wenger, won't it?
Now we're told it took them 16 seconds to get from one end of the pitch, from the Arsenal cross to the Messi goal.
And it was just switching off Flex, that's all it was. Simple clearance from PK. As you rightly said, 16 seconds later it's in the back of the net, and it's because Neymar plays a pass and nobody follows him, unfortunately, and he goes free as a bird through the middle.
Alexis Sanchez, Aaron Ramsey, Danny Welbeck on the move here for Arsenal. Mascherano's gone to goal. Danny Welbeck might be in here. And it was PK who got a block on, and then Ramsey runs out of room. And of course the significance of that goal for Messi is the fact that he now has scored past Petr Cech, which he's not done before tonight.
Yeah, Neymar could have laid one on the plate for him early on. He certainly did that time around.
Doesn't seem to matter how much you press Barcelona when they play out from the back, they can always find the escape route.
Too sad, they need to stay in the game, Arsenal. Still plenty of time left to get a result.
There's Rakitic and now Messi. Neymar. Alexis Sanchez has Messi to deal with. Neymar to Rakitic. And then away by Alexis Sanchez. Sergio Busquets, Andres Iniesta. Ivan Rakitic. Barcelona happy to be patient and play at whatever pace Arsenal allow with the lead.
Yeah, well, they can now, warm up. Sooner or later Arsenal will have to gamble a little bit and come out. That's what Barcelona are waiting for, Flex. That's what they're waiting for. They're more than happy to keep it all day long here and get the 500 passes up to 1,000 passes if they want.
Messi showing the balance and then the movement. Rakitic gave it back to him for the last 15 minutes here. They take it as it stands, wouldn't they, Arsenal, with just the one goal deficit to take to the new camp. If they could get one back themselves, of course, it would make all the difference, but he's got the all-important touch so far, teed up by Neymar.
Oh, it's a lovely ball by Neymar, but the composure here just to have another little touch and sit Petr Cech down. Monreal does his best to get off, but it's a nice finish from Monreal. You don't score that many goals making the wrong decisions. That's what Arsene Wenger thinks of it.
Putting the pressure on. There's Mascherano across there. So don't forget, there's more Champions League football to come this week. Tomorrow night, Dynamo Kiev against Manchester City. BT Sport Europe HD, 7 o'clock tomorrow. At the same time, over on BT Sport 2 HD, PSV Eindhoven against Atletico Madrid. And the build-up to that one starts at 7 o'clock as well. Here's Mertesacker. Arsenal need to summon something up for a big finish. Coquelin. Ramsey. Monreal. Sanchez. Messi though, and Rakitic around the ball. Messi can bring it away. Move clear of Ramsey, and he's got Suarez and Neymar with him, and Neymar's the ball, and Neymar's in. Neymar takes the touch, and Messi, and then Suarez! So close to a second for Barcelona, it's those three again.
Yeah, you don't want to advocate fouling, but Aaron Ramsey had to bring Lionel Messi down. Neymar can't get it onto his left foot, fluffs his line slightly, but Messi's got the organisation to put it into Suarez, and he's missed. He's missed the chances tonight, Luis Suarez. He could have put the game out of sight for Barcelona.
Yeah, two good ones for him, one in each half. And Barcelona have got the corner. Neymar swings it in, came off Busquets' head. Here is Suarez, and Bellerin still in the right place for Arsenal. Now Messi, Suarez has carried on running, and Bellerin read it well. It was an important interception there from the young right back of Arsenal. Ramsey to Welbeck. Now Ozil. Monreal goes beyond him. Instead it goes to Sanchez, and then eventually works its way out here to Nacho Monreal. Alexis Sanchez. Here he goes towards Welbeck, and then down towards Ramsey. And to Stegen with another important stop for Barcelona. Now Dani Alves. Iniesta. Neymar. Messi's made the run. Neymar finds it with a pass. It might just have got an important touch there off Koscielny, just to take it away from him.
Great touch by Koscielny. Lovely headed here. Flex by Danny Welbeck. Really clever. And stretching. Aaron Ramsey just doesn't get enough on it, does he, to poke it past Ter Stegen.
Can't say they haven't had the chances tonight, Arsenal. Been a bit of a problem recently, hasn't it? Throwing the ball in the back of the net. They're usually so much more clinical.
See how the front three just stay up front. Don't want to defend at all, just trying to occupy the Arsenal defenders. And then just trying to break on them now.
Of course, as the legs tire, the spaces become bigger. And Neymar, Suarez and Messi are the best in the business at exploiting it. Little keep ball session between Iniesta and Neymar. Now it's Rakitic and Dani Alves' turn. There's Busquets. Neymar. Coquelin was in there for Arsenal. Here's at Rakitic. Monreal won it and won the free kick. Arsenal are going to make their final change. And it's an interesting one, Steve. They're going to send on Mathieu Flamini, who's going to come on for Coquelin. So they probably feel that Coquelin's done all his work in midfield tonight. It'll be a like-for-like change from Arsene Wenger. One thing he is acutely aware of is they can't concede a second goal here in what remains of the match. Here's Welbeck looking to work Mascherano. It's going to be a Barcelona goal kick. And here's the change. Coquelin has had to work really hard in the centre of midfield alongside Ramsey tonight, replaced by the veteran Flamini.
Yeah, he has worked really hard. Fletcher, it makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's very, very difficult to play up alongside and against Iniesta and Busquets. They've been around this wonderful team for a long, long time. Incredibly successful players.
The manager of Henderson, because of all the stick he's getting. Yeah, that's what.
Where are they in the league?
Yeah, Nottingham.
Here's Iniesta. Suarez.
No distractions.
Given room to turn by Koscielny, who follows him.
Is he manager last year? No. Where's the manager gone now?
Sacked. He was thinking.
There's Messi. Toe poke in, and then Messi in there again, and what's he caught? Yes, he was. It's a penalty. And Flamini's first action of the night is to foul Messi and concede a penalty.
And it was as well. And you're right, he's fast asleep, Flamini, whether that's just because he's entered the field of play. Arsene Wenger's not happy this side. Poor ball by Mertesacker. He just has to kick the ball as far away up the pitch as he can. But how quick is he onto that, Messi? You don't need to say that's a penalty. Clear as you like.
So just over 7 minutes to go, and this penalty can give real breathing space for Barcelona. Messi against Czech. And Messi scores, and Barcelona get a second goal, and now it's a real uphill battle for Arsenal in the second leg in 3 weeks' time.
Lovely pen. Messi's never scored against Petr Cech. Scrap that straight away. He's got a brace at least tonight.
Well, he went the authentic route this time, didn't he? The stage is big, the stakes are high. They've had a problem with penalties this season, Barcelona. That's the 17th they've been awarded. And they've missed 7 of them before tonight. Messi himself had missed a couple. Neymar's been the main culprit, but no time for showboating. Ruthless efficiency from the European champions. And the writing on the wall for Arsenal.
Yeah, they haven't been at the scintillating best. Barcelona. But still they've been better than everybody else, haven't they? You have to be on your mettle for the full 90 minutes plus injury time. You cannot afford to switch off, and they have a couple of times tonight, Arsenal, and they've been well and truly punished by the best team in the world.
Barcelona should cruise to a 24th La Liga title. They've only got one really difficult game left the rest of the way. That's the second El Clasico, which is at home against Real Madrid. But they're trying to break the jinx this season of retaining the Champions League. There's a yellow card for Piqué, which is significant, Steve, because he'll miss the second leg now. That's a suspension now for Gerard Piqué.
Yeah, if he lifts his leg up here as well, just make sure that he kicks Danny Welbeck. I don't think it'd be a huge problem for Gerard Piqué. I bet he knows in his mind that they're 2-0 up, and he's quite happy to miss the next game, to be very honest.
Can Arsenal snatch something here late on from the free kick? Koscielny's got in there. Mertesacker's in there. Ozil with the delivery towards Mertesacker, who can nod it down. Thumped away by Jordi Alba. Mertesacker's not scored since the FA Cup final against Aston Villa. It's going to be an Arsenal throw. Into the last 5 minutes. Ozil. Alves with the challenge. Now Alexis Sanchez. Ozil's onside. Messi in with a tackle. And that's going to be a Barcelona throw-in. Koscielny in. Arsenal go to Old Trafford at the weekend to face Manchester United on Sunday. They've got the most important North London derby for quite some time still on the horizon as well, before they go to the new camp for the second leg in 3 weeks. They've got that FA Cup replay to squeeze in as well along the way. It's going to be a busy end to the season for Arsenal. The business end, they want to be involved in winning trophies, and they've still got lots and lots to play for, but they've got a real task now. Following that second Barcelona goal, Ozil catches Dani Alves.
There's no disgrace in it, no flex, to be very honest. Arsenal's Champions League form this year, albeit they qualified in second, hasn't been good enough, has it? And they've been beaten by the best team around, and the best team around for a long time. When the 11 players you're facing are better than you, Sometimes you just have to work hard and try and get something out of the game.
Away by Koscielny. Luis Enrique, who always wears what he wants, doesn't he? On the touchline.
As long as it's not that double denim he wears.
Yeah. never goes for the boring suit and Barcelona jacket. He's got his own look down there. Here's Welbeck. Mascherano just leaned on him. The game stopped here because Aaron Ramsey is still down.
See if Koscielny gives him a knock.
It's going to be frustrating though, isn't it, for Wenger tonight, because it's not been a vintage Barcelona performance. He'll look at his team and say that they've done most things right tonight, yet they still face a significant deficit going into the second leg.
And it hasn't been a vintage Barcelona performance because Arsenal worked so hard for such a long time. But you have to work hard for the full 90 minutes against this fantastic team. It's as simple as. That's why they win all the trophies and win virtually all the games. Because you have to do it for 90 plus minutes, and it is extremely hard because it is full of superstars, this team. You might stop one, but you can't stop all of them.
There's Messi, who you would say has had a quiet game tonight, but he's still got 2 goals, which takes him to 441 in a Barcelona shirt.
Just the 441.
Not bad at 28. You wonder how many you might have by the time he finishes. Here's Bellerin. Can Arsenal get themselves something to take to Spain? Ramsey. Koscielny swings it forward here towards Danny Welbeck, but can't find him. We're going to have 3 additional minutes here at the end of the match. And the Emirates Stadium rapidly emptying, although there's a lot of celebrating going on in the Barcelona section, which is just behind Petr Cech's goal.
Yeah, I'm surprised actually by the empty seats on a night like this.
Quite wide then.
Here's Nacho Monreal. Now Alexis Sanchez. Dani Alves, who's been effective at the back and going forward for Barcelona tonight. Rakitic to Busquets. And then Messi. Audaciously flicked away by Iniesta, who gets it back from Alba.
They're a lovely team, Fletch, to watch, aren't they? They really are. If you looked at the last 10 minutes, you'd think they'd won an absolute canter, wouldn't it?
Here's Messi, who's cantering forward. Suarez in towards Neymar. Really important save. 3-0, you would have said, would probably have finished it off before the second leg, and that's a good save by Petr Cech.
Yeah, it's a great save by Petr Cech. Not a great header by Neymar, in all honesty, but still, Petr Cech has to do his job. As you rightly said, 2-0, Fletch, they're still in this game. 3-0, forget about it. I mean, 2-0 is going to be difficult enough going to the new camp. But you still have to be very professional, and Petr Cech showed that.
2-0, you always feel if you can score the first goal, you're back in it. 3-0. Well. Here's Busquets. Dani Alves. You've got to concentrate for such long periods of time that it's so mentally taxing against this team, isn't it?
Their movement is brilliant, isn't it? I mean, Dani Alves could play wherever he wants. You don't see right backs playing left wing, centre midfield, centre forward. I mean, the talent that they have within this side, their mobility and movement with the ball is amazing.
When you look at Barcelona and say the right back's been all over the place, it doesn't mean what it usually does it?
Correct.
It's been a thoroughly professional job by the European champions tonight. Arsenal, though, have had their chances in the match. Have they taken one of them at 0-0? we might be telling a different story. As it is, they've got a significant hurdle to overcome in 3 weeks' time. It's on to Bellerin. Mascherano steps in, now Ozil. Neymar's back there defending, and that's an Arsenal throw-in. Maybe one last opportunity for them if they can get on with it.
Yeah, these are certainly the team to beat, aren't they, Barcelona? They very, very, very rarely have an off day. Very rarely. So Arsenal got it all to do, unfortunately, for Gunners fans.
Forward by Koscielny. Ozil straight up there for Arsenal. There's Bellerin. Jordi Alba's over there. He's got some help from Busquets as well. Towards Flamini, who was moved aside by Gerard Piqué. And that's the full-time whistle. And the current European Footballer of the Year has been the difference between the sides tonight. Lionel Messi with 2 goals, one in open play, having been set up by Neymar and Suarez, and another one from the penalty spot after Flamini had come off the bench and committed the foul. Arsenal have it all to do in Barcelona in 3 weeks' time, and Arsene Wenger knows it. Full time here at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal 0, Barcelona 2.
And there you have it, Barcelona lead Arsenal by 2-0 going into the second leg in the Camp Nou in 3 weeks' time. And there's more drama coming our way tomorrow evening with the last of the first leg games in the round of 16 starting at 7 o'clock here on BT Sport Europe. It's Dynamo Kiev against Manchester City. The first leg is out in Ukraine. Whilst on BT Sport 2, PSV Eindhoven and Atletico Madrid get their tie underway over in the Netherlands. It's been a very good night for Barcelona. Arsenal were very...
My remote seriously just died now. Is it fucking going in? Oh.